Hey, I want to thank everybody for the birthday wishes yesterday. Thank you very much. It really warms your heart to know that people are actually out there. Thank you guys so much. I'm kind of made out like a bandit, got a bunch of bottles of bourbon, so adding to the collection. I'll never be able to drink all this. But as I do every Sunday, I want to recap and review what I talked about this week in the video series. So remember, the general theme for August has been learning, and of course that's pretty broad. So this past week we opened up with how people respond to change. As with other things, we don't fully understand any kind of change without a clear picture of what we want to do, or what we want to become, or what we want to be. Is going to come with some fear for people, and that causes people to kind of push back and resist a little bit. So the leader's job really isn't to manage the change, which is what gets all the press, but it's to manage the fear that the people possess. And we can do that by open communication with consistent and clear messaging from all the leaders and showing some gratitude to the workforce. On Tuesday, I talked about how people learn, specifically in four key learning domains, and they're psychomotor, cognitive, affective, and social learning domains. And then on Wednesday, I followed that up with a focus on the cognitive domain and shared the 6 levels of learning within that domain. And I ended up focusing on the top 3, which are analyzing, creating, and evaluating, because those are problem-solving levels of learning, and it's really important that we teach people how to think through this kind of deliberate problem-solving process so that they can see and solve problems more quickly or take advantage of opportunities more effectively. On Thursday, I kind of changed things up a little bit when Apple's market cap broke the $2 trillion mark. So I wanted to kind of get a little perspective on what the heck is a trillion, because that is a huge amount. So I offered up a little time comparison and a distance comparison. So if you missed that, go back and watch that. And then I returned on Friday with 3 key structures to create a learning organization. And those are small teams, standardized work, and learning circles. And I believe that if you correctly install these structures and run them properly, you can create an effective learning organization that is very resilient and very responsive to anything that might come in the future. And then finally, yesterday, celebrated my birthday with discussing my pursuit of wisdom, which I think is the ultimate goal for learning in general. And of course, it begins with an acknowledgement that we know nothing. You can go back to Socrates for that. So starting tomorrow, this week, we're going to explore something that's really close to my heart. I think it's the most important thing in employee engagement, and that's self-efficacy, which is a type of confidence. So I'll spend this week talking about that kind of stuff. Don't forget, we got Lean Coffee on Wednesday. The link will be in the comments, and there's also an event that I created for that. And then Thursday, I have a short online learning experience that I'm doing, or a webinar that it's going to be on navigating change. So where we talked on Monday about how people respond to change, I'm going to go into much more detail about that and try to give you, as leaders and as individuals in an organization, some key things that are going to help you make it through the change a little bit more effectively without losing so much focus and productivity. I hope it will anyway. I hope you'll join me for those things. The link for that is going to be in the comments as well. I'm off to Baltimore to pick up a very nice bottle of whiskey that my family got for me for my birthday, and to see my grandkids and my daughter and her wife. So I'm looking forward to the nice long drive. Call me if you need to. I'll need somebody to talk to. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks.